So we've just come to South Brisbane, a place called Wakely, DIY RV Solutions, and we've picked up our LP gas storage box. So today's Tuesday, so hopefully on Saturday we can have a go at installing this. Can't wait, it's going to be fun. Oh, and we've got a little badge as well. Okay, so today the day has come. We've got our cupboard for our propane bottle, and where those two vents are on the side of the van here, the other side of that is where our gas bottle is at the moment. So we've got to cut a hole in there and then install that into there like that. But to get to that, there's a few problems. Well, not really problems, but technical issues. So in our van we have a 4.5 kilo propane gas bottle. At the present time it's kept in this cupboard here. I don't know if you can zoom into this and have a look. I'll use a torch so you can see. So that's our gas bottle down there in a cupboard. I made a cupboard, I sealed it all and everything, but yeah, you can't have a gas bottle inside a van in Australia. It's against the law, so hence that's why we're going to put the cupboard on the outside.
So as Mark was saying, it's quite a big day for us today. All of this has got to come out. The bench top has got to come out. This whole unit here has got to come out, and then obviously the cupboard's got to be fitted in here. So it's going to be a mess, but it's going to be worth it. I'm not going to show you what's underneath that cooker. Now I consider myself quite clean and quite house proud or van proud, as we might say, but I'm not showing you here.
Take a kilo of weight off the van once we clean this.
It's disgusting. So these two vents are what we originally had to vent the cupboard that we had our gas bottle in originally. So these have both got to come out, and the new gas cupboard is going to slide, hopefully, over these holes.
So they're stuck on with Sikaflex, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. Well, they're off. Don't let anyone tell you Sikaflex is rubbish, because it's even taking the paint off the van when I'm trying to get it off. So I'm going to have to cut up here with the multi-tool, get rid of that so I can get access to the main metal part behind it. I'm going to make sure I get all the insulation out first before I get any sparks going, so we don't get any fires. But yeah. So I said, as I've cut all this out, I've only got this outer skin of the van to cut, which is very fortunate because some vans have all the internal metal as well. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So now we move on to the outside and mark up where we're going to go with the hole. So with the cupboard, obviously this is the only part that goes through the whole of the side of the van, and that part goes on the outside. It's fairly self-explanatory. So what I've done, made myself a template that actually fits over the cupboard, back there like that. So yeah, so that's my template for it. That is the actual size of the front of the cupboard, and then the hole is the part that goes through. So these holes in the van already are slightly in the wrong place for this, but I'm not too stressy about it because they will cover. So my idea is to get it covered so it's sitting on top of the black trim of the van, and as you can see the top's covered and the side. It's just a case of getting it that way, wherever I want to go. So there's one little tip I've got for you. If you're doing anything like this, if you're to use a little grinder like this, get yourself a small thin blade it'll cut through this metal like butter, and also less sparks, whereas you have the wider blade, you get more sparks and it takes a lot longer to get through. So yeah, just a little tip, thinnest blade possible. So as I'm ready to cut, I just thought I'd better go and get the boss so she can double check it. Yeah. Here she is. So I'm going to explain to her what I've done. So you know this template goes over the box.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even looking. It's not looking at the camera to see if you look alright. Anyway, look. So that's the size of the box. So that's going to go just above that black part there. And sit there like that.
Yep.
So it'll cover all those holes there. Okay. And then no. Listen. And then inside the blue line is the hole I'm cutting. Now it won't be flush with the floor, but I'll have to block it up on the inside. Okay. So if I cut that out, that's it. Are you happy with that? Good?
I'm happy.
Have you any idea what I just said?
No.
Great.
That's why I'm not the tradesman.
Right. I'm trying to delay this as long as possible. Is there anything else? You want a coffee? Anything like that? Something to eat?
Get on with it.
Okay. Here we go. So nowadays, I have to wear glasses to see most things. So this is not going to be a fashion statement, but I have to put those on first. Then I have to have the safety glasses on top of those, which don't fit, look fantastic. And then the standard issue earmuffs on top of that. So we're good to go. Well, that's done. That was a bit nerve-wracking. Always is when you cut holes in your van, I think. But yeah, that's what we cut out, and that's what we've got. So I'll try the box in there now. So this van being a Renault Master, it's hard to get one of these boxes the right shape for the side of the van. So DIY RV Solutions supply this type of box, and you get the extra flange here, so you can actually scribe it to the shape of your van, and then you can get a nice snug fit. So it won't actually stick out as far as this. I will have to get a box underneath because inside it doesn't touch the floor. So I'm going to have to prop it up with a box and fix the box in. Then I can sit this on that box, get it level. Then we can, as I say, we can scribe around this edge, cut it, and get a nice snug fit to the van. So I'll just go and show you the inside of the van, where I've put the hole. And oh, hello, Mrs. W. How's the coffee?
Good.
Okay, carry on. Yeah, so I was saying, this is the view of the inside. See, I've got plenty of room. Hang on, I'm having trouble with my tripod. So down here, as I said, the cupboard doesn't fit the floor, so I'm going to have to build a box in there to hold it up and keep it flush and square, so I can then mark the outside. But yeah, that's good. I've got plenty of room around there for a sealant joint. And also afterwards, it looks like this is going to make a bigger cupboard than what we had before for some more storage. The infamous storage. So my little box is made and installed. I've just screwed it to the floor. So hopefully now the propane box will sit on top of that, and when I actually fit it at the end, I'll put a load of sticker on top of that to seal it. And that should do the job. So you can see here we've got all the old Sikaflex still on this side of the van, so I'm going to have to clean all that off, and then on all these edges here I'm going to have to file them back and give them a coat of sealer just for a bit of added protection against the weather and stuff, although it will be sealed with Sikaflex, so no weather should actually get to it, but you do these things, eh? So for this I've just got some, well, it's called edge cleaner, it's just like citrus cleaner. I'm going to see if that works first, and a scrape, and we have to get all this old stuff off. Well, the box is in pretty level now. You can see that's the join that I have, and I've got to scribe that. I'll show you on the inside what I've done to hold it square. So basically all I've done is put a bit of tape across there, down there, and fix down there. Just pull it in at the top and hold it square while I scribe the outside. And we'll go and do that now. Well, this is the view outside the cupboard at the moment. As you can see, I'm working in a factory that produces kitchens and various other things. I actually work here as well, that's my full-time job. But I've made this thing here for scribing. It's basically just a bit of 3mm MDF, and I put a point on it. And then I worked out what I need to take off, and I measured from that point, and I drilled a hole to the point and put the pen through. So the tip of the pen to the tip of the point is actually 35mm, which is what I want to take off of the box. So the idea of this point here runs to the contour of the van, and whilst the pen marks the box, and that gives you the line to cut to get it in the correct place. So we'll give it a go. It goes into the little contour. And that again. I'll check that. So that's the shape we need to cut the side of the box for it to fit snug onto the van. And again we do the same the other side. And across the top. In theory, the top should be about right. And then I can't really get to the bottom, so what I'll do with the bottom is I'll just square the line across, because it is straight across there when I'm done. So now if I follow those lines with the multi-tool, that should cut it that shape, and that's what should fit to the van. Right, we've got a bit of a change of plan. Having marked around the box where we're going to have to cut it, we decided that the actual box sticks out too far. I'll show you here. You can see these red lines. So this part here is how much is going to be sticking out at the top. So I'm going to try and eradicate that, which means cutting the hole in the van bigger. So I marked it again. I'm going to cut another 25mm out of that, where that black line is. The reason for this is, on these cupboards here, they have a recess for the door. So if I just turn this round, on the back side you've got this part here. Well, I haven't allowed for that part to go through the hole. If I do allow for it to go through the hole, then the cupboard will actually fit nearer the side of the van. So that's what I'm going to do now. So the moment's come to cut. I'm going to use this multi-tool. It's got an old blade in a moment. I'll see how we go. I have got a new one if I need it, but yeah, it should cut. Being fiberglass, I suggest you wear one of these as well if you're going to be doing this. Oh, by the way, I'm selling these for 30 bucks each if you want them. The only thing with wearing these and glasses is the glasses steam up. Any tips? I'll be glad to hear them. And now the moment of truth. So don't judge too much, but that's going to usually push back. You see the contour of the van there. May need a little bit more out down there. And this side, the top's okay, that'll push back. This side is a bit butchered, I got a bit too much just off there. But it's okay down there, but good old Sikaflex will sort that out. Yeah, and we got it quite snug with the van. you can see I tried to get the cupboard in line with these black parts of the van here, so when that goes back, it's a bit wobbly at the moment, but anyway. So now's the time to put the door on before we install the cupboard into the van. You get this like black clippy hingey thing. I presume it works, I don't know, I've not seen one like it before. And then obviously just your fiberglass door. So the hinge goes to the top, and the door just opens up that way, like that. And then there's a lock that holds it shut at the bottom. So we'll now endeavour to install this. So all you have to do, there's no holes for screws, so you've got to drill this and then pilot hole your fiberglass, and then just screw this up to the top, like that up there. So that's on. That springs out like that. Then you're given a lock here, which will keep it shut. So you're given this little lock for the door. The only thing with it is, when it's in, you've got to get it to fit behind that, so when it closes. So you have to now work out where the hole for the lock goes in relation to where this fitting goes inside the cupboard. So that part there is 20 centimetres. So if I measure from there up 20 centimetres, that will give me where the base of the inside plate is. So then that would go on there like that, and then the lock would go on there and fit between there, behind that, like that. So that point there is the centre of my lock. Before I do this, I've just come across this. So if ever any of you are wondering what our walls in our van were made of, it's this, just a bit of board from pallets, and that's the colour, or one of the colours we painted it. Yeah, so that was what our walls in our vans are made out of, pallet wood. So we've got to this point now where the cupboard's in, the door's on, the lock's on. I've put tape around it to get me in position of it. I probably won't leave that on when I stick around the outside. I prefer to do it a different way than that, than the old wet finger thing. But yeah, so now I'm going to start putting the sticker on the inside and get it stuck in. To be honest, this is the bit that worries me the most. All the cutting and all the preparation and all that for this, although worrying, it's not so bad, but this, once you get the cupboard in and you need to Sikaflex the outside, that's the bit people see. So that's the bit that's got to look good. So I've got Sikaflex in there on the base. Pretty much that's all that's going to stick the thing, because I think the gaps are a little bit big to seal with anything. But once it's in, I'm going to seal from the inside anyway. So the box is pushed into place, and we're just holding it up with this tape strapped across, and that'll hold it in position while it goes off. And then down there, it's sitting on my box, and again that's glued down. As you can see around the seal, there's quite a big gap, so I'm going to really push some Sikaflex down there. And then obviously when we do the outside, that will seal it all off nicely. So we're nearly there now. The final bit is to Sikaflex around the outside and get a good seal. So the ingredients for this are Sikaflex, spout, gun, soapy water, and a paddle pop stick. Here we go. With your paddle pop stick, so basically your paddle pop stick acts as your finger. So a lot of people, and then wipe it like that. Get yourself some soapy water and a paddle pop stick. A lot less messy. So that's what it's looking like from the outside. Looks pretty good, quite happy with that. Across the top, forgive my shadow. The sun's getting in the wrong place now. And then down that side as well. And I've done the underneath obviously. So we've got the tape still holding it in place, and I've sealed around it with sticker where I can reach, but it's watertight from the outside anyway, so nothing will get in. And then we'll just insulate all this area and box it off eventually. But once we've got all this done and it's dry, we've got to get a gas engineer out to give us a gas certificate. So that's the day pretty much done. All we're left to do now is put the kitchen back together inside, make it a bit friendlier for us. So all the boxes done, the sticker's done, so that'll be drying overnight. We won't move the van tonight, we'll just leave it where it is. And we'll enjoy a beer at last.
It's been a long day. I mean, I haven't had that much to do with this video because, yeah, this is just not my area of sort of expertise. So I have been doing some spring cleaning actually, as the van is pretty much empty inside, so that's been a good day for me. Yeah, like Mark said, the next job is just to get a gas engineer out to certify it all off, and then so we can get our compliance certificate. And then yeah, we're happy that we've done it. I mean, it's a big job, but it's been well worth it.
I said before, don't try this at home. I'm not an expert. It's the first one of these I've done. I did my best. I hope you learned something from it. If you didn't, oh well.
So thanks for watching this video. We do hope that you enjoyed it. If we're new to you, we're Wottiesvanlife, and thank you for joining us this time. And don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you have any questions or if there's any videos that you'd like to see us make. We'd love to hear from you. So for now, it's goodbye from Wottiesvanlife.
See you next time.
See you next time.